Here we are.
Hey everybody, welcome to
Good morning.
TFT. Tarot for today's Happy Hour.
Happy hour it is, and we've been gone for so long.
With Mr.
O.
and me, Banshee. Welcome to the show.
Sometimes known as Mrs. TFT.
And should I start calling you Mr. TFT?
And of course, we have our fabulous moderator, Violet, with us today to help monitor. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Violet.
I see Isabie. Happy birthday, Isabie.
What? It's Isabie's birthday?
Happy birthday.
Well, this is Happy Hour, but Isabie, come to our show tomorrow or next Thursday.
Well, if we have time, should we just do it today?
I don't know where it is today.
Okay. We normally do a birthday wish spread for people who announce their birthday. If you can come back tomorrow, we'll do it for you.
Yeah, you go to the top of the list and we give you a birthday reading. Well, we always can't guarantee happy news, but
we will give you a happy reading today for Happy Hour, of course.
Absolutely. So we'll get you on the list.
Hi, Gina.
Gina!
It's getting a little longer.
It's a short list right now, so you came at the right time, everybody.
And it's good to be back in the saddle again with Happy Hour.
Absolutely. And so, you wanted to say something, Mr.
No, it was just the last couple of weeks with the holiday season. We were trying to do something special, so we kind of preempted Happy Hour to do a Christmas Eve and a New Year's Eve special pop-up.
Right. And, times have been tough during these holidays. COVID's resurged. We had to deal with January 6th anniversary plastered all over the media. And so I feel that, this is a good time to bring Happy Hour back. And as some people pointed out, and, as I even thought about it, I didn't realize our card of the day today was the Ace of Cups that we posted on Twitter and Facebook. Such an appropriate card for the return of Happy Hour.
And I know one of you in particular was pretty happy about that.
So I'll tell you.
Hi, Mr. Sunman. You can't be seen quite yet because I need to move the camera down to do that. Should I do that for him? Should I adjust the camera so he can be seen?
All right. Mr. O, I'm going to let you pick a card because we are using Colette Barron Reed's Good Tarot for our card for the collective today. And they're only read upright, Mr. O, as we're reading our other deck upright anyway.
Already?
Oh, wow. And honestly, this card has been coming up so much lately in people's personal readings. It's all about give and take. It's all about sharing and caring for one another and, treating people fairly and equally. Let's see what Colette Barron Reed has to say about the Six of Earth, which is the Six of Pentacles. All right. Unexpected resources, happy surprises, and generosity. What I have sent forth in love comes back to me many times over, as the generosity of others becomes apparent and unexpected resources show up. The universe is exhibiting its generosity, reminding me that the world is full of pleasant surprises. Inside the pretty package is tangible aid, a gift from Spirit. Just when I was beginning to doubt, I am reminded of the treasures I am entitled to receive that show up at my door. What will I unwrap today?
It's very interesting. I like our moderator Violet's comment there too, because I think overall some of us are noticing, people like you and others who do this kind of stuff, that sometimes we often do pull similar cards between us or within a reasonable amount of time.
Look what Gina had to say as well. It's a 6 year, which is interesting. Yeah. So we might be seeing a lot of 6 energy in our cards, and this one's really a nice one to have.
That's right, 2022.
Because it makes us think about giving and taking, and also when you do receive, you know, she talks about the pretty package here and the aid that is underneath the pretty package. And so if you look beneath the surface of the gifts we give each other, what is that meaning? You know, there's a meaning there. There's a meaning of love. There's a meaning of appreciation and gratitude. And I just feel that it's really a great card all the way around. I like the 6 of Pentacles a lot. All right, well, let's roll with that,
Alrighty,
I say.
so Violet has our list. It looks like Lena is first.
Yes, it does. All right. Well, hopefully your workload won't be too hard today, Violet Lotus, and we're only here for an hour, or, you know, more or less. All right, let's get rolling. We are using the Light Seers Tarot as our deck today again, and, oh, I'll take that 6 of Earth, even though that's a nice background there.
So while the scene was focused on the card, I did a small change to put Sunny more in the view here. It kind of took away some of the logo, but it's okay.
Yes. Sunny, our unofficial therapy cat, because he certainly wasn't trained.
Yes, he has been known to be a therapy cat.
All right, so Lena, let's get a happy message for you. We all need this, I feel. It's just, let's start the new year. Positive note. All right, shuffle away. What are you doing? That's mine. He doesn't need to bite this up. This is my anti-arthritis, which is really flaring up on this hand. I'm unhappy to say, but happily, I am taking care of the problem and working through it. Gina, that was a perfect song today. I so love that song. I don't know if I've seen the video that much. That was kind of cool. So that was a perfect song for
today.
For today.
Alrighty.
Sonny, what are you looking at? What are you looking at? You're looking at this wonderful card that Lena's got.
Yes, it is hard to have hand problems and
look
shuffle.
Look at that. The world, Lena.
The world for Lena. Alrighty, look at that. Very nice.
Well, I'm not sure what to say other than, you know, it looks as though you are about to complete something. Maybe you're putting, you're closing out some old feelings you need to let go of, or some old business you need to take care of, or just a successful conclusion to something, which is often what this card is about. It's a successful ending so you can move on to a bright new beginning.
It almost seems like it's a summation of the new year beginning, bringing you a whole new focus on new things, like all the elements, are in place, and, you know, the old year is past, you know, this sort of signifies moving forward.
And the other thing is she's at the heart of a circle there in this card. And so she's at the heart of the world, this character in the card. And I feel it's saying that it's reminding you of the circular nature of life, you know. Now you're ready to start over again and move forward. And it's a great card in a way, you know, either for the end of the year or the beginning of a new year. It's saying what lies before you looks very promising.
It does, and I'm glad you feel that, Lena.
So that's what we have for you. That great start.
And good morning, Angel Rivera. I see you joined
us. Good morning. So, all you guys who are on the East Coast there, I hope you are surviving your storms. Holy moly, I really don't want to jinx myself, but I have to say, although some parts of our state, like where Mr. O's mom lives, is getting hammered with snow.
15 inches
they have
or
15 inches, but
That's a lot for out
we've
there.
we've got what we've had for a week or two now, a little bit on the ground, and that's it. We're getting a little dusting of ice tonight, I think, a little sleety rain, but nothing major. So I don't know when our time is going to come, but you never can predict with Michigan winters.
All right, so Libra, here's a happy message
Libra
for you.
cusp, you are up.
And I hope you feel better with your flare-up. I know a few people with that, and it's very uncomfortable. I do know that. So good luck.
Oh, that's right, Gina. That's good, Gina. I saw something. I saw Massachusetts on the news this morning, amongst other places.
Wow.
It was gruesome here. Yeah, Angel. I'm sure it was rough over there. Yeah,
I'm really happy that I'm old and retired now, and I don't have to necessarily go anywhere in this kind of weather. Hopefully.
Yeah. There are perks. There are perks to retirement for sure. Here you go, Mr. O.
No, you're not, Mama T. Of course
Hey,
you're
Mama
not.
T,
Hi, good morning
welcome.
to you.
So, what else is up? Anything in our world? No.
Oh,
We're just thinking. We're thinking about a lot of stuff.
I want to mention Apple and Eve again because the microphone that she bought us, kind of like a Christmas present of sorts.
I don't know which, but at any rate, it was a really beautiful donation.
It just works perfectly. It's so great.
Well, and it's what we're used to. That's what we use. Uh-oh, I just dropped
I know she's not here today, and I need to get a letter into her. What are you doing?
Well, I'll look for it in a minute. I dropped a ring on the ground.
Okay. I'll tell you what I'll do.
No, not yet. Let's get this reading done for Libra. Hey, Libra, what the heck? You have the Knight of Wands.
The Knight of Wands.
Could mean somebody dashing right into your life, full speed ahead. Some romantic encounter is possible. I feel with the Knight of Wands.
Well, it's meeting a good friend, somebody who you bond with.
Right, and
it could be love.
Do you see it?
What am I looking for?
It's a ring. Why are you?
Oh, I don't see it.
Yeah, so maybe you should let me do it after the reading, like I wanted.
Okay. You can keep going.
No, I'm not. You need to get up here.
Why? Nobody can see me.
Well, come on.
Don't you have plenty to say usually?
During the reading,
Don't you have plenty to say usually? Why should I stop you from talking? That's what you're good at.
It's distracting.
Okay, well...
The Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands not only is about romance, the Knight of Wands is about movement, rushing forward, courageously, and taking care of what needs to be done, no matter what it is. You want to go ahead?
Well, to me, it says it's a coming or going of a matter, and I don't know that it's necessarily concerned with romance, but I do think that it could be about the possibility of a favorable business opportunity that you're looking forward to, or it could just be saying, too, that maybe somebody you really trust is coming towards you. It could also be saying that somebody feels you're somebody they really trust and you are moving towards them.
So Spirit really wants you to consider, forward movement now. With
good.
Whatever this is, it sounds like it's very positive.
Okay, you're welcome.
Did you say that's the message from Spirit?
It is.
All right. Well,
it is because you said so too.
I am going to let you shuffle. And what a perfect time to look for my ring.
Okay, and I'll take the camera off of you.
Well, I don't think it's necessary.
Well,
yeah.
It's just better. All right, okay, so we'll do your reading, Gina, and you can refer back to it.
Oh, Gina's got to go?
She mentioned it earlier in the chat.
Okay, Gina.
Somebody was going to come and help her move something.
All right, I'll find it later. It is apparently really flew off my hand. It's probably way down somewhere.
Yeah, I hear that, Mama T. Sorry about that, of course. I hope he'll be safe.
Oh. Yeah, it really flew. So it's a very tiny ring. I really don't wear it on my pinky often, but I did today. And
maybe if I go out for coffee.
Oh, maybe. I just think I might need the flashlight
Here you
too,
go.
actually. All right. I'm not worried about it.
Love to all, says Gina.
All right. So don't mind, Mr. O's looking for it, but I think that really after the show, I'll probably just do it.
Well, it's not
It's
like
not
I
going
needed to
anywhere.
talk about. Oh, only if a cat doesn't find it and play with it or something.
Well, swallow it? It's not that
Play with
small.
it. Move it around, put it somewhere.
Well, the other cats aren't even around, so the only one would be this guy. And, here we go. Okay, Violet Lotus. This is for you. It is, wow. Following the Knight of Wands, what's next?
The Queen of Wands.
The Queen of Wands is here. Holy cow. So you are at your charismatic best right now, You're showing the world your stuff. And you know what? This is a time, I know what, you may be having some difficulties with exposure right now, being out loud and proud, but you know what? This is a time where people really see your light. That's what Spirit says.
I think that Spirit says that you're at the height of your powers of attraction, and it's all good, even if sometimes you might have to work a little bit through a dark side to, in fact, some of this. That's why that black cat keeps showing up, because the Queen of Wands represents a really powerful personality. Spirit says powerful personalities sometimes have to control and work with a mix of energies, and sometimes we do have to go a little bit into our shadow issues. Shameless plug to watch Goth Tarot on Wednesdays, but basically that's what Spirit is saying, is magnify the best of yourself and don't worry about those little animal instincts that are warning you about danger or other things, because it's all good.
Okay. But I just think you're at your peak right now of magnetic.
I said that too.
Magnetism. Well, I'm just reiterating this.
I know you are. But you think I'm preoccupied or something today.
Nah. Isabelle, you are up.
All right.
All right.
Thanks for coming to the show today. And if I know you're upstate from us, so you probably got some snow up there too. We didn't get that much. It was kind of more of a bust, in my opinion.
We didn't get any. We haven't gotten any for days.
Right, yeah. My mother lives over in Hart, which is on the west side of the state, if you understand Michigan maps.
Right.
And she apparently got about 15 inches the other day.
Yeah, in the winters traditionally, anyway, that side of the state tends to get a bit more off of Lake Michigan than we do here on the east side, but we can get some really good snow. It's just that this year, so far,
yeah, it hasn't been
much.
The usual. I'm totally okay with that.
But we're not escaping the cold. Oh my goodness, it has been cold.
It is cold. I don't like the cold. Oh, thank you. I didn't shuffle them already, did I?
No, I don't think so.
You're asking me to remember too many things.
It's one of these mornings here. I got up. I slept in. Obviously, my hair is wet. I'm just saying. This is the wet hair show.
What would that old friend of ours, well, her one of her boyfriends, used to say?
What? I'm not
You
sure.
have wet hair.
Yes, I do.
And those.
And even if I had showered at the crack of dawn, if I don't use a hair dryer, it would still be pretty wet. You dropped my cards?
I'm trying to tell you that, but you're.
They didn't get to see my pouty look.
That's right.
All right.
Okay, here you go.
Oh gosh, going back and forth. Yeah, I hate yo-yo temperatures, Violet Lotus. That's really tough. Message from Spirit. Oh my goodness, Isabel. Well, there's a world in this card, but it is the Empress card. She's giving birth. So, holy cow, that's a nice card too. They're getting some really nice powerhouse cards today.
I know, I have mistaken this card for the world.
Yes.
You know, sometimes I think that the font on the card is a little vague for me and I just sort of gloss over it. But I think I've been corrected enough to realize that this is the Empress Isabel, and Spirit is saying this is a time for you to consider what it is you need to give the world, give to us, to produce. And sometimes that could even be how you look at and take care of yourself, how you focus on yourself. You know, you are the artist who should nurture yourself as well as whatever else you may be nurturing.
The Empress is a wonderful mom. You know, she's somebody who takes care of others and recognizes that in order to take care of others, you must also take care of yourself and nurture yourself as well. So she is so creative, so productive, and Spirit is saying this is a time to unleash your creativity. You know, let others see that creative spark in you. Maybe a time to come up with solutions to problems or create something artistically or in writing. This is a time of high creativity, and use that. And also, like I said, we cannot also ignore the nurturing aspects of this card, which is very important too. Maybe somebody around you or yourself needs a little love and care right now. So open your heart. This is the time for that as well. And that's what Spirit has for you, Isabel. Really nice card.
I tend to be that way myself. I have a handle on it, more or less, but I worry about a lot of things, Mama T. I think it just goes with life sometimes.
All right. Gina is not with us. But
we're doing her reading.
We will do her reading.
She said she would come back and look for her.
Let me shuffle. Yep.
She will faithfully review it later.
Kara!
Hi, Kara.
Good to see you. You made it.
Mr. T was getting tired of waiting, or Mr. Sunny was getting tired of waiting.
Yeah, he's sleeping here now, Kara. He says, Kara's not here. I'm just napping.
Who else is that?
Well, I don't know how to say that name, and
okay.
I don't know.
Sister 19. It looks Cyrillian, so I'm not sure if that's Russian or something. Anyway, welcome.
Are you here for a reading? Because it looks like a link to me.
Yeah, I don't know. Alrighty, so Gina.
This is no surprise to me.
The Eight of Cups.
You are on a spiritual journey. Or let's just say you are on a journey of enlightenment, Spirit says. Or maybe Spirit is saying it's again time to go deep, to rise, to aim higher, to reach for, higher wisdom and knowledge, something that is more fulfilling in your life. This is not necessarily totally spiritual. This is also about emotional fulfillment and just things that fulfill you at a higher level than just the material aspects of life.
Well, I think Spirit says you have achieved something, this fire burning here, and although you may be walking away towards another goal, Spirit says you sort of still take that with you. There's little bits of it trailing towards you. And I think the Spirit is saying wherever you go, you always take something of yourself with you to kind of inform that goal or that light that you're still looking for.
You know what's interesting too, right? Isn't there her shadow? So
yeah, the shadow of hers
in
too.
The water, and so I feel like it's also saying Spirit says, you know, we always have a part of us. There's a part of us in the past. You know, there's still, you know, you never completely. The past is what made our present and guides us towards our future. So I mean, in a sense here, you know, you never leave it completely behind, but you move on, and and you reach for higher things.
I'm reminded of
like
a song.
that.
Yesterday's endings will tomorrow's life give you. An old song by Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it's so positive though. Because it's about perpetual change.
Ooh, Mr. O.
I
Get
made it
those
work.
Yes songs in there.
I made it work.
Yeah, and she, of course, is moving.
Uh-oh, we lost our chat.
What happened?
What happened? Is anyone there? Please, mine did. I'm not sure what happened. I'm going to go check that in a minute.
Violet Lotus just posted a list here, or I'm a little behind.
Okay, I have a message saying chat disconnected, but let me take a look. I'm up here, so I'm not sure. It might be a YouTube thing.
So is everybody still here? I mean, obviously, I think so.
Looks like it.
So you lost your chat.
Well, it said it disconnected, and then it successfully connected.
Okay.
So
All right.
it is a system message, so I take it as it's worth. It seems to me...
Shades of the coming Mercury retrograde, perhaps?
Elvis's birthday? No. Is it today? I don't know. I thought it was like the 17th. I don't really remember for
17th
sure.
is Betty White's, but I don't know.
Well, that too.
I don't know. So anyway, Gina, as I was saying, you are moving towards light or enlightenment. That's what we have for Gina.
A system fart. I like that. And on that note, I'm going to refresh my coffee real quick.
Okay. Yeah, you know, I think Mercury retrograde is in the shadow now, so we got to watch for that. Who knows what'll happen. Angel Rivera, you are up. So we're going to do your card as soon as Mr. O gets his coffee. I don't want to jinx myself, but I will say that we really have had very little, including in our day-to-day activities, very little internet downtime since our problems
Coffee.
we had been having. All right. Did you shuffle that? I'll shuffle first. Dr. V.
Hi, Dr. Victor.
This is Happy Hour. We'll be happy to draw a card for you, a message from Spirit, Dr. V.
Well, if you're calling us Mom and Dad, that's very sweet. Thank you.
More like Grandma and Grandpa. Really?
There could be, yeah.
I think.
Alrighty, so.
We aren't that young anymore. All right, here, shuffle. Boy, we can all use this happy message today because, boy, life has been rough. It's just been rough.
Yeah, but it's happy hour, so we're not going to say anything,
No.
right? Maybe later on
Sunny
we'll
is here
mention it on
to
Twitter or
clear
somewhere.
the atmosphere of unhappy thoughts.
There you go. And now appearing for Kara and others, Sunny. Aw, yeah. Well, we're in that range of similar age, so of course, Mama T.
Yeah, we'll accept that.
Just don't call me bro.
Why not?
I don't like bro. I'm not sure why. Whenever the first thing I think of when somebody says bro is that term coming at me, bro, which I sort of think is ew.
Okay, all right, here we go, Angel Rivera.
Hi, Angel.
You, of course, have given us the challenge card.
Thanks a lot. It's the Five of Swords.
The Five of Swords. So really, at its best, the Five of Swords is about integrity, is versus, its opposite. And integrity is the key here. And I feel Spirit acknowledges your integrity over, the things that try to bring you down. You're just not going to let it. You're going to toe the line. And Spirit is honoring that today in you. So if things have been rocky, coming back to work or, the school, the weather, whatever the case may be, you wear it well.
I think Spirit acknowledges that there's a lot of strife and contrary issues, and it may be somewhat upsetting. There is a look of sort of pain or anguish of some sort, but it doesn't seem like it's an insurmountable thing. And then behind the person in the picture is a person standing, and there just seems to be this trail of energy flowing upward from them. And so I'm thinking Spirit is saying this is not your typical Five of Swords, that this is really about you looking at what you can still accomplish even when the chips seem to be down.
Right. That's very good assessment. I also feel here that figure with his arms outstretched to the light, it looks like it's going both ways, the light, that the light is somewhat going up and it's coming back down. But with those arms extended like that, it's as if it's what I've said. It's like you are looking at, you are handling things from a higher perspective. You're not going to let anybody, bring you down into the dirt. Your thoughts are with the higher perspective. And that is laudable.
And I like that in this deck because it just seems to naturally gravitate towards a more positive idea for a lot of these challenging cards.
Yes, so we will not remove them from the deck, Violet Lotus. We accept the challenge that Tarot gives us.
Yeah. As a moderator, you're able to make those suggestions, but we're not going to go there.
No, I know we've talked about it. I think it's funny. And yeah, there are some cards I definitely like to remove for happy hour, but you know what?
I love the deck, really.
I look for the positive within the challenges we face. So, Mama T, you are up, and our keeper of the list has the rest of it. All right, Mr. O, your turn to shuffle first.
All right.
It's an evil pen, Sonny. Uh-oh. It won't be a happy hour if you draw blood. Whoa. I get mad at that pen. Yeah, it's an amazing deck. It's like, I'm thinking of using some of my other decks again, like either the Good Tarot, go back to that. But I really like opening with the Good Tarot because Colette Baron-Reid really follows it. It's all good. Everything she has to say about the cards is all good. And it's a nice thing, if you want to dust up on ways to approach the difficult cards in the tarot, I think the Good Tarot is a really wonderful way to look at it because she provides that positive perspective and it maybe pops some insights in you may not think about normally.
He is a rascally kitty, and sometimes they look at the rascally wabbits outside.
Yes.
Because we do have some rabbits out there, and a squirrel that likes to play games with them at the window.
I call them
I'm
squirrely squirrels because, they like to tease the cats. All right.
All right.
What do you got?
It always goes up right. Yes.
Absolutely.
So, Mama T.
Wow.
Spirit says you really do have the world. You may not have the world exactly the way you want it, but you have a great sense of accomplishment to work from, and it sort of looks like you're still looking at other things to accomplish, to move forward on. I'll let you jump in for a moment.
Right, let me borrow that card a minute here as I look at the symbols. This is a really interesting Two of Wands.
Hi, Jackie.
Hey, Jackie, you made it. We're still going with happy hour. So, you know what? This person is holding this wand tightly, one of the two wands. You already have come a long way, is what this card Spirit is saying. But you now, and so you are now at a point where you are looking ahead at what more you can do. Where can you take yourself next? Spirit wants you to explore that. And also maybe get moving on things that, now you are ready for.
Mama T, the weirdest thought just came to me. Have you ever played pool? Do you like to play pool? I'm looking at the wands. I'm saying, they kind of look like pool sticks. And I'm like, okay, so I'm getting this analogy that you're like the person that knows how to aim it and get it in the pocket. So I'm just saying that as a little more encouragement. If you are a pole player or a pole hustler indeed, you are always looking for the next challenge. And I think that's embodied in the Two of Wands too, that it is a card of saying, I have things and I still want to challenge myself. And like I said before, even if you don't feel everything is exactly the way you want, Spirit is saying, don't stop challenging yourself. Don't start looking at that horizon that's out there. And also, sink the 8 ball or whatever they do. Do they sink the 8 ball? I don't even know. I think you're not supposed to sink the 8 ball.
That's supposed to be the last
ball. The last ball. Okay.
Yeah. Mr. O, not the sports person.
It's been a very long time since we played pool. I grew up with a pool table in our basement for years, and a lot of the neighborhood kids would come by and we would shoot pool. I wasn't great, but I wasn't bad either.
I shoot pool left-handed. It's one of those things. I'm right-handed, but I always shot pool with my left hand. I can't explain it.
Yeah, I know. It definitely has that vibe there to me.
And throwing a frisbee. Those are the two things that I do with my left hand.
Jackie says she doesn't want a happy card.
Oh.
How can you do that?
All right, Jackie.
We'll see when we get to you in the line. We'll say, come on, Jackie, come on.
All right. Well, at any rate, we are on Kara. That's what we have for you, Mama T. It sounds good. Sounds like you are moving forward.
Ah, that's very interesting, Mama T.
Well, I didn't say I was a good pool player, but it's just the odd thing because I'm not really... I guess I am sort of ambidextrous, but not superly. I cannot write with my left hand if my life depended on it, which I hope it never does.
I was a very unathletic sort due to various reasons. We're in happy hour, so we're not going to go into that. But pool playing was kind of like even the odds for me with my friends who were maybe more athletic. It was a way that I could be a little bit more competitive in my life, and it wasn't bad.
This is really funny because, in a way, this ties into one of my soul stories. I never had a pool table, but some friends of mine did. But also, I had an aunt who had like one of those small pool tables in her basement with the small pool balls. And when I was really young, I always wanted to go down there and play with it. But she also had a ghost in her house and a poltergeist activity. Nothing really serious, but it sure scared me. And I could not be down in that basement alone, so it was often hard for me to get somebody to be downstairs with me while I played with the pool table. It was really spooky.
A ghost story.
And yeah, it's one of my soul ghost stories, I guess. I can't believe we did this.
Not boo, but pool.
Kara, this is for you. And you and Mama T have the same card. You did shuffle too and cut.
I did shuffle them. I didn't do a riffle, but I shuffled them. So
there you go.
We were cut.
It's Two of Wands energy again, and
you better go find those pull sticks, Kara. It's really saying that, of course, Spirit is saying pretty much the same kind of thing, that there are some things that you really feel you have accomplished, or enough to the point that you feel you can look forward to the next set of circumstance, the next goals. It really is sort of saying there's a sense of travel there. I'm looking at the little, and free-spiritedness, because I'm looking at that Volkswagen down there in the picture. I don't know if you can make that out. And so I associate that, just as I associated the idea of the pull sticks, which is kind of from my, past in the 70s a little bit. And the Volkswagen, that was like that free-spirited, possibly hippie traveling van. Spirit is saying, be a free spirit. Think about the next vista.
I kind of like that analogy here. And, it's as if she's, there is a travel element to this card. So if it's not even physically a good time to travel, as we know, with everything going on, cruise ships. I know,
I'm not telling you to go out there in the virus. I am not.
No, nobody is. But I'm just saying, so it may be metaphorical that this is a time, Spirit is saying, for you to to let your mind journey to think about the places you want to see, or the things that you still want to accomplish. What's ahead for you? So this is a time to let your mind journey, perhaps. And I kind of she's looking out there in deep thought, and maybe longing. And I do believe there's that free spirit element as well. It's just a great card. So I think that is the message specifically for you in this reading, Kara. Good luck with that.
And these days I don't play things like pool too much anymore. I like more board game-ish kind of things, but I don't really play many of them. I just play one or two in particular. So, who's up?
Well...
Anik.
Are they back?
We don't know, but they are listed there, so we can go ahead and do that. And you're very welcome, Kara. Absolutely happy.
Yeah, we can do it. I didn't list them because I believe they were...
We weren't sure. It looked like a different kind of post.
Unless they show up now?
I grew up in Detroit, and just down the road from us was, of course, one of the many Detroit motorcycle clubs of the 60s and 70s. I believe, not the Hells Angels, they were called the Flying Horsemen or something like that. The Flying Horsemen. It was very Detroit.
So we're going to do a reading for the person who showed up.
Yeah, we will. Maybe they're watching. I don't know. It looks like we have 6 watching right now, so that could be true.
Some people will enter our chat, or they'll leave messages on our site that are just advertising, and some of it
could be that, but we're going to
some of it's not very savory advertising, if you follow my drift.
I see. Good faith. Okay, well, let's see.
Let's see
what the card shows.
I know this will be interesting.
Having prepared us for this, let's see what's out there. 5 of Wands. I could spin that. Could you?
Well, on a happy note, I would say that collaborations and teamwork and a mutually respectful approach to each other is what Spirit is saying here. This isn't about, this card isn't about one-upmanship. It's about working together on common goals. Like, for example, if you want to promote yourself or your products, you would have a mutual exchange with the other person to allow them to promote themselves as well.
I think
so that's my spin.
I think Spirit is saying that there could be some goals that maybe are really mutual goals. the sort of movement towards the flame there. So it could be a little bit of both. It could be like supporting other people's goals, but it could also be finding a commonality. Spirit may want you to work with the kind of people that share your goals, especially if they are transformative, which I get from the fire.
And the best way to do that is to dialogue with others, to not just impose, not just assume, that you can insert yourself into the conversation, to just be sure that, everybody is on the same page. And that's what I have for this.
Me too.
Yeah, for this person.
Sure. I'm just giggling a little bit because I saw what Kara said, and I'm thinking like full throttle.
I saw that as I was waiting for you.
But yeah, I suppose being almost anywhere in a city or near a city, you're bound to encounter bike clubs, and since the 60s, they've gone back and forth with having good raps or bad raps, different ones, but a lot of times in more recent years, they've done wonderful things where certain biker clubs have raised money for kids for Christmas, or did toy drives or clothing drives. So the typical image of a biker being, sort of a nasty gang person is not always very true.
Okay, we're on Dr. V.
Alrighty.
And
Dr. Victor. Thanks for waiting and coming this morning, Dr. Victor. And this is going to be a positive message for you, with one card just sort of indicating what we feel Spirit is kind of indicating at this time for you. Alrighty.
All right, Dr. V, let's see what's up.
Was that supposed to be a hint, Mama T? Can't wait to see it.
I just got a great book today. I wish I could show it. I would have to get out of here. It's an ebook. I think it's called, what is it called? Tarot Rituals?
Tarot
maybe?
Rituals.
Tarot Rituals. And it looks fabulous.
Is it Llewellyn?
It is Llewellyn. I've never heard of this author before, but I will say that I really like what I see so far. I've just barely nipped the surface in it. There's some very interesting kind of things to do with groups of people. There are ritual things that you can do on your own, and just different ways of using and approaching the tarot. It just looks really, really good. Oh, woohoo, Dr. V.
Dr. V, you have, whoops, I'm sorry. You have the Six of Wands, Dr. V. And I think Spirit is saying, hooray, there's something you've really accomplished, or that you will be, or that there's just really clear signs that honor or praise are going to be yours because of an accomplishment mostly, or because of what you are. Not so much what you do, maybe what you are. Just, this personality that you are.
You are in the limelight, clearly. All the world is your stage. I feel here that there is some accomplishment or achievement Spirit is saying you are heading towards. And it will... it will be recognized and noticed in a very positive fashion. If nothing else, sometimes though, this is just a reminder from Spirit as well. The limelight is great, but the limelight also really can be draining. The most important aspect about the Six of Wands, is my mind, is how you feel. How you feel about what you have done and what you have accomplished. This is a sign here that you have done your very best at something, and you know it. You know it. Others know it too, because it shines through you.
And really what Spirit is saying is that, like Banshee said, that maybe sometimes having a lot of acclaim or attention could be draining on some level because you're always expected to be able to respond to that. This may actually be saying, Spirit says, this is a good relationship for you because you interchange that energy back and forth. What you receive, you are also willing to share with others or to move forward towards your next set of projects or goals. So, woohoo.
Woohoo! Nice card. That's what we have for you, Dr. V. Glad you made it today.
It is the Six of Wands. That's right.
Yep. It's another 6.
Yeah, we've been getting 6s. And one of our friends earlier said that this is a 6-year, 2022. Right. I'm just saying that, though. That,
right.
And, of course, 6 years are about accomplishments and things.
That's true. So, awesome. Well, Jackie, we're at the end of our show. We were going to do readings for ourselves. Are you absolutely sure you don't want a card? Because we could do it.
We have plenty of time to do it.
Oh, don't worry, Mama T. Just go out when it is safe and convenient. No worries at all. And yeah, I think in a way, Mother Nature is trying to help us right now in some places.
Thank you, Dr. Victor.
Let's look at the positives of this. First off, in the winter, we should slow down more. And really, when these weather things happen like this, they make us slow down. And so we need to consider that. We also need to consider the fact that isolation at this time is not a bad thing. So I look at the positives, but of course, if you are stuck on a freeway for 26 hours, it's hard to see that positive there. But that's the point. We need to slow down. We need to cut slack. Now we can work from home more often than ever, and maybe companies should consider that.
It's all good. And yeah, Jackie, of course we have time.
We are doing it, Jackie, right now.
And I don't know if Isabee's still out there, but I do hope you'll come back for your birthday reading.
Yes.
We might even do it Thursday if you can't get back tomorrow. Just mention it in
just
case we
mention it
forgot
again. Don't be, we'll try to remember. I think I will.
I think I will.
The old aging brain cells.
They're not that out of life yet.
How'd that happen? Wow, my cards just flipped up on me in a weird way. All right, Mr. O. Here, shuffle.
And thank you again, Violet, for being our moderator. You make it so easy for us now. You make it a lot easier.
Of course, I keep the backup list, but I don't have to go through it every time anymore.
But we couldn't do it without you, so
yeah.
So we really appreciate it. We'll be talking to you soon about some things. No, it's not a paycheck.
Yeah, we're waiting on that too.
We talked to our tax people yesterday, and it wasn't exactly the greatest.
No, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. But I mean, did you do it again?
I'm always dropping the cards. I'm so sorry.
He's going to have to buy me a new one.
I didn't break them.
Bend them?
I didn't bend them. Nor did they get dirty.
Well, at least they're not lost like my ring right now.
Yeah, that's on you.
I think it went in a completely different direction than we're looking. It might have flew off this way, but we'll find it.
All right, Jackie, here we go.
All right.
Sonny slept through all of that.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Tarot fart. F-A-R. Wait.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to come up with faro. Tarot farto. Never mind. Okay. 5 of Cups for Jackie.
Yeah, the 5 of Cups. Okay. So, every so often we need to examine the things in our life we don't realize we have going for us. Sometimes we dwell on, the Spirit is saying, sometimes we dwell on our losses, our disappointments, as opposed to what we really have done and accomplished and should be proud of, and what we have to carry going forward. Spirit is saying this is a time to acknowledge your gifts to the world. Basically.
I think Spirit could be saying that at this time, you don't necessarily mean to forget other things, but you are focusing on that one thing that you need to work on. And that's why I see that's egg there, or whatever that is.
It is an interesting card.
Down in there. And so I feel this is Spirit saying, don't totally forget the other things too, but yes, Spirit knows that what you're dealing with on the emotional levels right now, the psyche levels, is important enough for you to spend some time there. And Spirit says,
well,
you'll get there.
What's interesting about that card, Mr. O, in this presentation of the Five of Cups, because it does have some cups that are haphazardly strewn over. It has a cup that's full. And then you have this maelstrom here, and it could look like a black hole with light at its center, or like Mr. O said, it looks like an egg. And so I think here what it is saying here is, even in the abyss of difficulties that we experience or sorrows, there is the egg of rebirth. There is things that grow from the challenges that we face in life. And so that's what the focus is on, is the growth that comes from our struggles and challenges that we've had in life.
That is so awesome.
I don't know, but that's what Spirit channeled to me. But I love you bringing that up again, because I forgot about that aspect on this card. And yeah, I mean,
this is why it's one of the most perfect decks to work with for this show, the Light Seers, because it really does give you some imagery that can maybe evoke a different message, especially when you're trying to find the messages from Spirit.
Yep. So that's what we have for you, which means
it's time for our cards.
It's time for our cards.
And we have a couple minutes, so we can do it.
And
you're very welcome.
I'm going to do Mr. O's.
I saw that mention of a birthday, Jackie.
Oh.
Tuesday.
Oh, is it the 11th? On Tuesday? All right. Well, you come back for a reading as well. Looks like we might have a couple of birthday readings coming.
I'm not surprised. I've mentioned this before, but
it's a busy
I
month.
have a pretty good number of Capricorn friends. Mostly the Capricorns are January. The 4th was a good friend's birthday. Our son, of course, one of our best friends
ever. And my
ever.
brother's birthday is on the same day, my late brother, as my son's birthday.
One of my super librarian friends.
Look at that card sliding off of there. It was meant for you, whatever it is.
Oh, dear.
Oh, dear, indeed. It's a repeat card.
Happy birthday.
And he gives me the challenge.
Okay, what do you guys say about me that you haven't already said?
Well, Mr. O, sometimes we are challenged by, sometimes Spirit says we are challenged by what life throws at us. And it is how we respond to it that makes you the person that you are. And you are a person of integrity that, again, will not allow others to drag you into the mud with them.
Nice try. But we both know better.
No, that's what?
Maybe Spirit says that's what I should be more like.
So Spirit is saying, be that better person. Be the adult in the room.
Okay, if I have to.
Oh,
Thank you, my dear.
You're welcome.
No, it actually is a good card for me. I sort of feel like it sums up some of the ways I've thought about all of those past issues I have in that regard. So thank you for that. I like that. One more.
Well, I'm sure it is somewhat challenging for a Scorpio to
Be better.
to not stoop. It's a lifelong struggle. And you wear it well.
But no, you don't do that because I didn't do it for you, remember?
I know.
You get what I give you. Figures. Just figures. You get the Ace of Pentacles.
Bring it.
Spirit says you need to open up to the forces of bounty, security, prosperity. They're happening for you. They will be happening for you. You are at a pivotal point where you could really achieve more of your material goals, not without understanding maybe, some of the spirit ramifications of that, but that basically the focus is saying you need to bring prosperity and success and security into your life, and Spirit is saying you have the go-ahead to do that.
Well, it's interesting too, that card, that ace, because let me have that a second here. Because I wanted to make sure. Look at all those roots coming out already of that Ace of Pentacles. You're not just being handed this on a silver platter. You're expected to grow it, and that, I think, is the beauty of this card. Spirit is saying that here, we're giving you a boon. Now, what are you going to do with it? Are you going to squander it? Are you going to grow it? And I feel like this is an opportunity to grow now.
Woohoo!
I love it.
That's
but
right.
Unfortunately, the Powerball was already won by 2 people. So I guess my bounty is coming elsewhere. Maybe from that $50 winning ticket I have. All right, well, that's our happy show today.
We will be back tomorrow with our regular show. I have it up on the screen there.
So if one of the birthday people shows up, we will do our birthday reading. And just so Violet Lotus knows, we always move anybody whose birthday it is to the top of the list, and we give them a special reading. So that's what we will be doing when the birthday people arrive. So anyway, have a great rest of your day, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. It's been a pleasure. We hope to see you all soon. Take care.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye-bye.